Today we want to check how long it takes a query in Power Query to refresh. So we want to calculate its runtime. We will be using VBA code, a simple VBA code to calculate this. We have tZero variable and we assign a starting time to this variable. Next we will refresh this query, and it's important that in this line of code we can change the background query variable of this query, so we can turn off refresh in the background for the query, so the VBA code will run the next line only after our query stops refreshing, and then we will run next line, and in the next line we just show actual time minus tZero time, so we can just show it as a message box. And it's important, this line of code needs to select a cell in our result, query result in Excel, and we can just press F5 to check the time, the runtime for this query, and based on a few times we can calculate an average, and it's working. But this solution won't work when the query is only as a connection, and if we want to calculate the query that is only as a connection, we need to use this other line of code where we refer to the query by its name. And it's important that in this solution we don't have a background query argument for refresh, so our query will refresh in the background and VBA will go to the next line, so our runtimes now are much faster than previously. So we have to change manually the property. So for example, right click this query properties and we have to uncheck enable background refresh, and then OK, and now F5. We can see the runtime is now similar to previous solution, so I assume it's correct result. But we have to remember that the name in VBA is a bit different than in Power Query. We have to add a prefix, and this prefix depends on the regional settings on the cultural language you are using. And but in this simple code we can just calculate the runtime of Power Query.